Hey, what's going on YouTube? I'm trying. I made a video. I haven't done this in like 2 years, but I'm trying to get the sports page up and running because this is what I want to do with my life. So I figured what not a better place to start than with March Madness this year. So let's hopefully get a perfect bracket for the first time and see how that goes. So um, starting in the East region, you gotta go with. I feel like this could be a good game. Nah, I don't know. Unfortunately, I do. I remember in my last time I recorded a video was 2023, and I said FDU had the best chance of a 16 seed since UMBC. So I'm happy I called that. But I think Duke, not to toot my own horn, of course, but I think Duke um, has this one. I really like TCU over Ohio State here. I just feel like TCU's been playing a lot better than Ohio State lately. And I'm a Florida fan, so TCU scares me. I'm glad we didn't get them in our region. Um, I'm gonna go with St. John's over Northern Iowa because I feel like Northern Iowa is one of those teams that everybody's like, oh, they could do it, you know. And it feels like all those teams that everybody picks, they just don't win. So unfortunately, I'm gonna go St. John's here. This game is really intriguing. This game is really, really intriguing. I really want to take California Baptist. This is gonna be a good game. This is gonna be a close game. And you know what? I am gonna take California Baptist. I'm gonna take them. I'm still like, just I'm not the best of college basketball players' names, but I saw a guy earlier who plays like Curry did when he was at Davidson. So hopefully, I think he can pop off this game. Um, Louisville, South Florida. I don't know. I really like South Florida here too because South Florida's coach literally was like, "Oh, we're better than them." I don't know. I try. I like that. I like that. I think they're gonna pull that off. I'm gonna go with Michigan State over North Dakota State. I don't know why I have a weird feeling about that game. I have no idea why it's due, you know. But I'm gonna go with Michigan State. UCLA, UCF. I'm gonna go with UCLA here, and then UConn, Furman. Unfortunately, not the same Furman team a few years ago. But I'm gonna go UConn. And then Duke, TCU could be a good game, but I think Duke's gonna win. St. John's, California Baptist. I'm gonna go St. John's here. Just won the Big East, getting hot at the right time. I'm gonna go with Michigan State over South Florida here, and I'm gonna go with UConn over UCLA. These two would be insane games, but I'm gonna go with Duke and Michigan State here, Sparty, and then I'm gonna take Duke to the Final Four out of the East. Going to the West, Fins up. I really like this Long Island Sharks. I really would love to see him win, but I got Arizona here. Utah State, Villanova. Actually, one of the games I just changed my pick on. I'm going to go with Utah State here. Wisconsin High Point, another one. Unfortunately, just one of those teams that you're like, oh, everybody's picking them to upset. And Wisconsin's been low key playing really good lately. They've beaten a lot of good teams, including Michigan. So give me Wisconsin. Arkansas, Hawaii. Arkansas just won the SEC. Hawaii, I don't know why. Another one where I'm just like sneakily like, ooh, Hawaii could pull this off. But Arkansas just won the SEC, so I feel like Arkansas is going to win that. BYU, Texas. I'm going to go with BYU here. They have the best player in the nation. And I just trust them more than Texas right now. Kennesaw State, Gonzaga. Another one. I'm just like, I don't know. There's a bunch of games where I just feel weird about this year, because I really hope this tournament's not like last year, because last year was just chalk madness, Like I want some upsets. I want some to be crazy, as we all do. So we're going with Gonzaga here. Um, this is a home game for Missouri, technically, but game Miami. I think Miami's gonna win that game. Purdue, Queens, another one where I'm just like, ooh, this one could be weird. This one could be really weird, but give me Purdue. I'm gonna go with Arizona over Utah State. I'm gonna go with Arkansas over Wisconsin. This would be an insane game. I wouldn't have either of these teams losing in this round, but they're playing each other, so it's a shame. I'm I'm going to go with Gonzaga over BYU and Miami over Purdue. Little Cinderella kind of run for Miami here. But this would be an insane game, too. Arkansas, Arizona. I would take Arkansas over both of these teams down here, but I'm going to go with Arizona. And then I'm going to go with the Zags. Actually, I'm going to go with... No, I'm going to go with... Oh, man, this is tough. I'm going to go with Miami here, but then Arizona. So Arizona's in the Final Four of the West. And now we're going to go to the South. Florida Prairie View and I just saw Horn playing for Prairie View against Lehigh in the first four, and I'm as a Florida fan, I am low-key scared of him. And I really, really wanted to play Lehigh over them when I saw him play. But I'm going to go with Florida. But Horn, I'm going to watch out for him. He's low-key really scary. Clemson, Iowa. I'm going to go with Iowa. Vanderbilt, McNeese. You know, this is going to be a good game, I think, too. But Vanderbilt's hot at the right time. Nebraska, Troy. Another one I changed recently. I'm going to go with Troy. I know this is a popular one, too. But I'm going with Troy here. I really think this game is going to be good, too. VC, North Carolina. I'm going to go with North Carolina here. Illinois, Penn. I'm going with Penn. I don't know. Ever since he made that run in the Ivy League, in the Ivy League tournament, I forget his name, but he scored 40 points, and I'm going with Penn. I'm really trusting him here. It sucks because I want to be I want to be a sports page, and I can't even remember these guys' names, but I'm gonna get better at that. St. Mary's, Texas A&M, solid game. I don't know with St. Mary's though. Houston, Idaho. Another one where I'm just like, I don't know. Idaho could be kind of dangerous, but Houston probably going to beat it by a bit. Florida, Iowa. I'm going to go Florida here. They're hot at the right time, too. That loss to Vanderbilt sucked, but luckily they have a chance to redeem that here because I'm going to take Vanderbilt over Troy. And then I'm going to take Penn over North Carolina. I'm riding with Penn. Here. St. Mary's, Houston. I'm going to go with Houston. Florida, Vanderbilt, a rematch. Last game against Vanderbilt, Florida did not play good at all, but I'm going with the Gators here. And then Penn, Houston. Gotta go Houston here, unfortunately for me. And then Florida, Houston. I feel like it's set in stone. They're gonna get a rematch here just because of how it's set up, and they wanted it, and Florida's gonna come out on top again. And I said I didn't want chalk madness, but I already have 3 1 seeds in the Final Four. But Florida comes out of the South. So now we're in the Midwest, where we're going to have Michigan, Howard. I'm going to go with Michigan. Congrats to Howard, though. They won their first tournament game. And hopefully they can pull off an upset. That'd be awesome. Georgia, St. Louis. I'm going to go St. Louis here. Akron, Texas Tech. Akron's another really popular one. I feel bad I'm not picking any of the 12s because I'm going to go with Texas Tech here. But it's just like, I don't know. I don't trust it, you know? I've seen Akron play in March Madness the past few years, and they've played great every time. They just can't finish it. And Texas Tech is injured. So it's like iffy, but I just trust Texas Tech's coaching to get them a little farther. Hofstra, Alabama. I am so confident in this Hofstra team to beat Alabama. They have the chemistry. They were on the TV this show. I forget which. I think it was was it? It was Selection Sunday. They were on CBS, and Alabama. One of the players just got arrested and kicked off campus. The morale is down. The chemistry is down. Give me Hofstra. I'm confident with Hofstra here. And then Miami, Ohio, Tennessee. Give me Miami, Ohio. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid for Miami, Ohio. I just watched them play against SMU, and wow, they were insane. They were actually insane to watch. So fun to watch. I don't know how people didn't want them in here. They're such a fun team to watch, and they're so good. Virginia, Wright State. I don't know where I'm like, because Virginia's, Give me Virginia, though, here. Santa Clara, Kentucky, another one where I'm really confident. I'm going with Santa Clara. I really believe this Santa Clara team is going to win this game. And Tennessee, Iowa State, another one where I'm like, But Iowa State, definitely. Probably. Hopefully not, though. Michigan, St. Louis. I'm going to go with Michigan here. Texas Tech, Hofstra. I'm going to go with Texas Tech here just because I trust the coaching again. But Hofstra, I really think is going to be Alabama. Miami, Ohio, Virginia. Give me Miami, Ohio. Santa Clara, Iowa State. Give me Iowa State here. And then Michigan, Texas Tech. Give me Michigan. Miami, Ohio, Iowa State. Give me Miami, Ohio. I'm really drinking the Kool-Aid here. They're in the Elite Eight here. But unfortunately, I gotta go with Michigan here. And yes, I do have chalk madness here. And we're down to the Final Four. Florida Duke played earlier this year. Could have been the national championship game last year. And I'm going with Florida. Florida is going to go back to the national championship. The Gators are going back to the national championship. And I feel like it's just written in stone. We're gonna end the season right where we started, with Florida, Arizona as the national championship game in Indianapolis. And this game would be insane. Very much like the Florida-Houston game from last year. And it's going to have the same outcome because I am going to go with my Florida Gators. Yes, it's a little biased, I know, but I 100% truly believe the Florida Gators are going to go back-to-back this season. They did it in 06-07, and I truly 100% think the Florida Gators are going to win back-to-back national championships. And it's going to be in the 60s or 70s, both teams, like it was for the Houston-Florida game. But yeah, I really hope. I'm really trying to get better at this, talking into a camera and stuff. But I hope it was good, and I obviously hope my picks are good. And I want to get into sports media. That's what I'm in college for. I don't want to waste my time in college. I want to do some of my life with sports media. That's all I've wanted to do. So I hope that this works out well. And thank you for watching if you watched. And let the madness begin. It's midnight. It's not midnight. It's 2 a.m. where I'm at. So the madness begins in 10 hours for me. So have a good night, everybody. And go Gators. And I will see you guys soon.